Hi, I'm Wes.
And I'm Claudia.
Hey, it's great to be with you this evening.
Yes.
Claudia, do you know what today...
Oh my God. Let me back off a little bit.
Do you know what today is?
What is today?
Saint. It starts with a P.
Patrick's Day.
Do you know anything about St. Patrick's
Well,
Day?
I'm going to teach about tomorrow, whenever. Let's start again.
What could you tell me about St. Patrick's Day? The key word here is saint.
Yeah, he was a saint, a patron saint.
Yes.
Back in the 5th century.
What country?
Ireland.
Ireland. That's Ireland.
Ireland.
Yeah, Ireland.
Ireland.
And there was a 3-leaf clover.
That's what he used as to represent the Holy Trinity.
That's right, the Trinity. A lot of people don't know that.
Did you know that until I told you?
Yeah, I studied this.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I studied this before.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
What else do you know about St. Patrick's?
I do know that when I taught first grade for 9 years, that if you did not wear green,
You were in
I
trouble.
would come home bruised. The first graders absolutely loved, I get to pinch you. You know, so we had to run.
You get to what?
Pinch you. Okay. All
Okay.
right, sorry.
So
Stay on task.
the Protestants, they would wear orange,
Yes,
and
because of the
Catholics would wear the green.
Some emperor, what were they called over there in England? He's something of orange, and that's why they would wear orange. Because see, they all were together.
Did you happen to teach
Scotland,
history?
Well, not to first grade. We were teaching A, B, C, D's.
Okay. Hey, well, welcome tonight. We're glad you're here. You know, this is a good time to start a watch party.
Yes.
And right now on Facebook, notify your friends, get them to watch with us, because it's going to be a great night. There's going to be some cool surprises tonight.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for tonight.
And then we're going to introduce you to a wonderful book that we've been using at Daybreak on Sunday mornings. And we're going to continue to talk about, you remember what it is?
The Second Happy.
That's not exactly the title, but that's close.
What was it?
That's okay. So, The Second Happy.
Isn't it The Second Happy?
Okay, we'll find out later. But what are we doing tonight? What's happening tonight?
I am going to fix one of my grandmother's recipes. And I've made it simple.
Not German chocolate cake.
Yeah, I know. Let me talk just a minute here, and then I'll give it back to you.
German chocolate cake.
Yes, my grandma, but I'm making it simpler for us, or for me. And so, but my grandmother every Sunday fixed lunch for my dad and my Uncle Bob, both of our families. And we would meet there after we went to church. She made sure we went to church. And
it was like the whole community came in.
It was, listen. You just didn't serve one thing of meat.
Oh,
you
no.
had 4.
And they had the longest table.
Yes,
I still
we did.
remember that big, long oak
A lot
table.
of vegetables, your favorite vegetables, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, baked potatoes, and then desserts. She would do a 3-layer German chocolate cake, all homemade, no boxes. And German chocolate, she'd make chocolate cream pie for my dad. She would make the German chocolate cake. She'd make a cherry pie. It's just insane.
I know. How many leaves did that table have? Wasn't it like 8?
It was huge.
It was humongous. But
Yeah.
I remember going there a few times on Sunday. You would have thought you were at a smorgasbord. I mean, it was...
She loved it. Then we'd throw a sheet over it after we're done.
And it was better that night.
And then we throw the sheet back.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm going to teach you how to make the German chocolate.
Hey, where did it come from? German chocolate, I assume.
I would say it's German. Not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I can guess.
Is there any more history than just German chocolate?
I really didn't look into it. I was just I've been trying to get it.
What you do know is Germany.
German chocolate cake. So what do you think, German?
Yeah, but there's got to be some history here.
Well, we'll look that up later.
All right, so we're going to get started right now.
We are going to get started right now. Okay, the first thing is the cake. We've got to get this under control.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, wait just a minute. Here, right here. I baked the cake just a while ago. And so I didn't use grandmother's homemade, everything's from scratch. But I went out and bought a nice German chocolate box cake. But they taste good. Sure, they taste good. And so I wouldn't turn it too much or it's going. And so, anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to make the icing, okay? And the icing is so, so good.
That's the best part of it, is the icing.
It is. Thank you, dear.
You know,
I'm not
Cheesecake
sure
Factory has a German chocolate cheesecake.
Of course they do.
I think.
Okay, we're going to turn on the heat here on low. I've already melted. We're going to start making the icing because it takes 12 minutes to stir it to get it thick. So we're going to start a little ahead of time before we break away for the band. And so I've already melted this 1 stick of butter, all right? And so we'll get that going here. And then you add 1 cup of, oh, I forgot the word. What's this kind of, I'll have to go.
Nutmeg?
1 cup of nutmeg. Oh, 1 cup of carnation evaporated milk. There we go. Hi, I'm back. So 1 cup of milk, all right? 1 cup of sugar.
Whoa.
Grandmother likes sugar.
I like
3 egg, 3 egg yolks, not the whole egg. And remember, I use jumbo eggs because I like jumbo eggs. All right, and then a teaspoon of vanilla, okay? So I'm gonna combine all those and I'm gonna start cooking it and stirring it. Gotta stir it all the time. It'll thicken up a little bit, not done. Then when we come back, we will add a cup of chopped pecans, okay?
Is that pecan?
To me, it's pecans. You can be pecan if you want. And 1 cup and 1/3 of coconut.
Oh,
all right?
I like coconut.
I hope if you don't like coconut,
Coconut.
it might be, you know, I don't know, maybe you can make it without coconut, but I don't know. All right, so we got it going over here, and I'm going to pour the milk in. Okay. And we just kind of stir that, because here we go. And then I'm going to pour in the sugar.
So you have to keep this on the stove.
Oh yeah, you guys keep stirring it. Thank you. I got several things here I want. Yeah. She says.
Oh, the old whisk.
Yeah. You know, if you've learned anything, you've
The
learned
whisk.
that this is a whisk.
Yes.
So there you go.
I wish you a Merry Christmas.
Oh yes. Oh,
That's
I'm
the one
so
thing-
glad I wore this.
That's the one thing I remember about the whisk.
Okay, so
Whiskers.
we've stirred in. It was such a help. Okay, now we're going to add the 3 egg yolks, all right? You don't want this too hot or you'll have scrambled egg yolks.
How hot do you have this?
I have it on low, low, low.
Oh,
I have it on the lowest it can go right
Yeah.
now. I'm going to increase it here just a minute. I didn't want the eggs to French fry up.
yeah.
Scramble up, I mean. Okay, and then
fry.
I could give them a McDonald's lesson, but I won't. Okay, so smell.
You could get high on that.
Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you a little story.
A lot of
Teaspoon of vanilla. Oh, this is good stuff. All right, so you have 5 ingredients there. And now we're just going to stir, stir, stir. All right?
how long do you stir?
Approximately 12 minutes, it says, but we'll see. And so this morning I was over here getting things put together. I realize I shouldn't tell stuff, but hey, we're family, right? And I thought, what smells so good? I just thought, what have I put together to make something? I haven't really put anything in the pan yet. And the cake smells like a good cake, but and it dawned on me it's my new perfume I put on this morning. Okay, so
Who bought
Little
you
bit
that?
about
Who
my
bought you
grand-
that perfume?
Papa Bear. All right, a little bit about my grandmother. I spent a lot of weekends with my grandmother, my brother and I. My mom would pick us up after school on Friday, and we'd go out to the country, and we'd spend the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and then they would come out for lunch, And after lunch, we would leave. Well, we'd sit around and watch a ball game or something. Then we'd go back home. But my grandmother was, would you say she's an on-go woman? I mean, she nonstop.
More energy than I've ever seen in
She
anybody.
owned 3 acres of land.
Especially at her age. It
Yeah,
was
and she
unbelievable.
never stopped. She
Never
died at 80.
complained. Always positive.
Never had much of anything. She gave everything she had away. And, but she,
Mrs. Betty Smith.
yes.
Great lady.
Betty Jewel.
Betty Sue.
Betty Jewel, Jewel.
Oh, like Jewel, the singer.
Yeah. And so anyway, she just would teach us. She had little lessons for us all the time, but she loved us so much. And my granddad is the one who influenced me to go into education. And soft-spoken and quiet man. He taught for 53 years. And then there was grandmother. She mowed the 3 acres of the lawn. She took care of everything. She took care of my dad's office. She worked at a beautiful little restaurant there on a, what would you call Newburgh?
Very quaint, very old.
Yeah.
On the Ohio River. It was one of the oldest towns, southern Indiana.
Yeah. And she worked at this.
Newburgh.
Yeah. And on Friday nights when she'd come home, it was usually around 11 o'clock. Granddad and I'd watch Gunsmoke and Lawrence Welk every
Oh, heavy duty programming.
Saturday night. And so, anyway, she would come home with corn fritters and fried chicken that was left over from, oh, it was delicious at 11 o'clock at night. But anyway, she taught me how to fish. She taught me, I don't know.
Betty Sue.
Betty Jewel.
Jewel. Where did I get Betty Sue?
I'll tell you one thing real quick, and then we gotta go. But she loved sports, and we would go, and we lived out in the country, and the school was called Castle, and Castle High School. And at the time, it was just a country school. It ended up now it's the school to attend. But anyway, we would go everywhere to ball games. And of course, when I became a cheerleader in high school, I couldn't travel with her. But before that, we would be at a ball game, and she would carry not a hanky, it was bigger than a hanky, and she'd pull that out of her purse. And so we would be, oh, thank you. Oh yeah, okay, what's it say? Yeah, so she would pull it out of her purse, and I think, oh no. And if a referee just looked at a player wrong, or anything, she'd go, boo, boo. I was so used to it, I just sit there and go, boo. And then one time, my high school, North High School of Evansville, played Castle. And I cheered at that game. And I thought, oh, I wonder what grandmother will do. She came over and sat on our side. She still had her waiting clock going. And then another time, what you do after the ball game, if you won, you would go back home and you would go around the courthouse, around and around a victory lane with all the people. And so we would go down, it's mainly Boonville, and we'd do the circle around the courthouse. And her horn got stuck. And we had to drive all the way. How many miles was Paradise from Boonville, you think?
Probably 5.
That's all? It seemed long.
You were a child.
We went, woo, the horn. Okay, that's enough stories. All right. Right now, we're going to get ready, and we're going to go listen to the band. What am I talking about? Yes, we're going to... Oh, sorry. I was jumping to the band. Let me set something up. I'm so excited about this. You know, our son, Clint, and his wife, Michael, has moved to California to start and plant this church plant. And, of course, all his kids are out there with him, of course. And they all participate and help with church stuff. So just this week, Clint sent us a video. And it says, she's back. So I knew that meant Claire. And I'm going to share with you a video of my talented high school granddaughter, who I love so very much. She's amazing. So we're going to go watch this video, and then we'll be back.
Bonjour! Welcome to Clary's Corner. Today we are going to bake a American homemade cake. Can you see? It's American. Never mind. But I love to bake, and I thought I'd share my experiences with you. I really know how to bake. It is amazing. I've never baked before, and I guess you could call me French, because I love baking so much. But today, we will start with the American homemade cake. Okay, vámonos. I don't think the French say that. First, we start with the trusted bowl. It must be circular. I've seen square ones, no make sense. So first, you start with the bowl. Next, you get your flour. Wait. It says 1 cup water. So first, I shall do that. That is how long it takes me to fill 1 cup. That is my 1 cup water. And then I must put in the flour. Oh no, that's okay. We keep going. If one thing the French learn is to persevere, no matter what. Whew. Okay. And then the next, it says 3 full eggs. I've never seen a half egg before. I wonder what those look like. Wonder why they specify. And you crack them in the bowl. Now this is what my mama say. Olga mother say, crack them in the bowl. Hard and clean. Make sure they get all in there, the whole egg. It does call for whole egg. There we go. Whole egg, right in there. The French are great at following the rules. Oh, there we go. Oh, Napoleon, my thing is dirty. That's okay. So now I am done with the 3 eggs. I must get my wish. Which one shall I make? I'm not listening to you. I'm going to do this one. It says stir well. I think I stirred well enough. Maybe I must stir more. Kneading is always a part of the American way. Every recipe I've ever read says knead the dough. I have kneaded well. Oh, Napoleon, this is going to get messy. Now, I shall put in the cake pan. Remember, circular. The square no makes sense. No corners, no corners. Oh, Napoleon, that's not good. Vámonos. The cake mix. Ooh. See, just like that. Just perfect. My mother always taught me how to bake with the hands. She says all or nothing. Actually, I think I heard that in a football game one time. Not my mother. That's okay. Make sure the whole egg stays in there. Okay. Now, I shall clean my hands just a tad bit. Stay with me, don't worry. Because the one thing I've also learned is to never get your oven messy. Because then it will just burn right onto the oven. It's not good. Oh. Now we must put in the oven. Let me check the time. I cannot read numbers, I forgot. The American numbers look funny. I must set the timer for 30 minutes. Where's the 30? Oh, I found it now. Do I turn? Oh, there are so many knobs. There we go. This will take a while. Hold on tight. Hold on tight. No, it will stop at 25 and put in oven. It is a dark and desolate oven. That was just like my papa until he met pastries. Then he was happy. And start. You know what? It's been long enough. Maybe 10 seconds at most. See, it's not even hot. It is totally safe to touch. Now close. Good gracious, on Napoleon. Now set it on the counter, just so Napoleon. And just take your frosting next. This is the American homemade frosting, made straight from my cow's udders. You take it. Man, those Peloton workouts have not been working like the Americans said they would. Oh, got it. Now I shall rip that out. Now you must squeeze the frosting just like cow udders. Squeeze, 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 plop, plop, squeeze, squeeze. I do not do this to Bessie my cow. It's okay. Old good Napoleon. Gracious. Maybe it is just easier to plop. And remember, do not forget to knead the frosting and to keep working. It is almost finished. Just look at them. The bright eggshells, the whole eggs are out there. Oh. Wow. Now this is just quite beautiful. But what did I forget, children? Yes, the confetti. The confetti! Oh, you guys got sprinkles here, that is right. And shimmy shake! Shimmy shake! Just like that. Now, children, we're all done. I think it is time to taste. Get my trusty whisk out, just like that. And so I think I know what I did wrong. Oh, Napoleon, help me. This was as big as a failure as Napoleon. I did not stir well. I did not mix the ingredients well. I used the whole egg, even though the American rules say use whole egg. Oh, yes, the whole egg. I followed the rules, but I also did not cook it long enough. So, next time, I hope you join me, and we will learn how to cook something different, and maybe, oh, Napoleon, why do I keep touching it? Something better. Thank you.
Hi. Wasn't that great watching our granddaughter? She is hilarious. I didn't know she knew how to speak French. But you know what? I love it that she is interested in cooking maybe and doing her videos. And I think it's great how you once in a while stop me at church coming down the hallway and you say, hey, I tried those butt cheeks, or hey, I've cooked this or that or the other. And I think that's awesome that some of this stuff is being tried and true at your home. Whoa. What's going on back? Hey, what? You're going to burn your little mouth. Hey, we're going to get ready to go listen to the band. And when we come back, we'll finish the icing and we'll ice the cake, okay? And so enjoy, because we always enjoy. Always enjoy the band.
Day after day, you'll never change. Ever the same, there is hope in your name. You are the fire that's burning bright. Ever you reign, so we're lifting you high. Everybody, come on, somebody. 1, 2, 3, hey! Everybody shout, make it loud. All of heaven sing, hear the sound. Let the praises ring, your renown. Every day we live to praise you. Every day we live to praise you. Breath after breath, we're so alive. Never would change, 'cause you rescued our lives. First and the last, no one in between. Ever the king, you're the song that we sing. Everybody, ooh yeah, we're singing. Come on now, 1, 2, 3, hey! Everybody shout, make it loud. All of heaven sing, hear the sound. Let the praises ring, your renown. Every day we live to praise you. Joy of the Lord is our strength. The joy of the Lord is our strength. The joy of the Lord is our strength. The joy of the Lord is our strength. Come on, everybody. I want to hear your voices. 1, 2, ready, go! Everybody shout, make it loud. All of heaven sing, hear the sound. Let the praises ring, your renown. Every day we live to praise you. Come on. Lord is our strength. The joy of the Lord is our strength. The Just one word, the darkness has to retreat. Just one touch, and I feel the presence of heaven. Just one touch, my eyes were open to see. My heart can't help but believe. There's nothing that a God can't do. There's not a mountain that He can't move. Oh, praise the name that makes a way. There's nothing that our God can't do. Just one word, you heal what's broken inside me. Just one word, and you revive every dream. Oh, just one touch, and I feel the power of heaven. Just one touch, my eyes were open to see. My heart can't help but believe. There's nothing that a God can't do. There's not a mountain that He can't move. Oh, praise the name that makes a way. There's nothing that a God can't do. Oh, there's nothing that a God can't do. There's not a prison wall He can't break through. Oh, praise the name that makes a way. There's nothing that a God can't do. We're believing for better things. And I will believe for greater things. There's no power like the power of Jesus. So let faith arise and let all agree. There's no power like the power of Jesus. I will believe for greater things. There's no power like the power of Jesus. So let faith arise and let all agree. There's no power like the power of Jesus. And I will believe for greater things. There's no power like the power of Jesus. So let faith arise and let all agree. You plead my cause. You right my wrongs. You break my chains. You overcome. You gave your life to give me mine. You say that I am free. How can it be? How can it be? Though I fall, you can make me new. From this death I will rise with you. All that grace reaching out for me. How can it be? How can it be? You plead my cause. You right my wrongs. You break my chains. You overcome. You gave your life to give me mine. You say that I am free. You plead my cause. You right my wrongs. You break my chains. You overcome. You gave your life to give me mine. You say that I am free. How can it be? How can it be? How can it be?
You know, I can't believe Easter is just in a few days. It's this whole COVID pandemic had just I don't know, it's just played games on my mind. And
Yes.
thank God I think we're seeing light now. And if you haven't gotten your COVID shot, do so. Don't play games with this. I've heard a few people kind of playing games with it, but don't play games with it. Get your COVID shot. It's important. It's very important.
It is. It's
Claudia
important
and
for
I-
all of us.
Yeah, Claudia and I got both of ours, and we want to see you back at church. So
Yes.
get that done. Okay, so Claudia, how do you know when this is finished? Because I want to make sure that I get a piece of this.
I'm going to make sure.
Okay.
Would you like me maybe to even break away from
no.
Okay.
I just want to. Okay.
Okay.
I think it'd be good if we just take a moment and pray here.
Yeah, great.
Lord Jesus, thank you so much this evening for this time that we can just stop our busy week and just spend a little time worshiping you and having some fun and fellowship together. I want to thank you for Clinton Michael's church.
Yes.
And just watching Claire a while ago and having a laugh. I'm just amazed at what they're doing with all of the obstacles and handicaps that they have faced. Continue to bless them, bless their church, may it continue to grow, bless them financially. And then, Lord, I pray for all of the churches that they'll keep their doors open and that people will soon return. We believe that that's very, very, very important. I pray for anybody that may be watching today and their marriage is in trouble. They have a relationship that's in trouble. Maybe they're dating, maybe they're single, maybe they've just gone through a very painful divorce. And we just ask for your healing power, that you would do something really special in their lives. And Lord, as we finish up teaching here, I pray that this will be some very good moments. In your name, amen.
Amen.
Well, our friend Kevin and Marcia Myers, they did this book, and it just came out called The Second Happy. I love the picture
I
here.
do too.
And really it's built on, like you have a house and you get tired of it after a while. This happened to us. You remember, we got tired of it, and then we kind of saved some money And then we remodeled our house, even after we got tired. And the second time, it was even better than the first time. We put down nice hardwood floors, redid our kitchen cabinets, filled in the basement with a beautiful family room. And actually, we liked it better the second time around. You know, marriage and relationships can kind of be the same way. We can get tired of our marriage partner, and we can get to the place where, you know, this is just old hat and we're just bored. It doesn't have to be that way. You can have a second happy.
That's right.
Happy. And so that's what we've been working with. And in this book, Kevin and Marcy have been, let's see, Marcy, it's Marcia.
Yes, Marcia.
And I just want to mention here, they talk about 7 practices, and you can get this book at Barnes and Nobles or go on Amazon. And it's I've read a lot of marriage books. This is one of the most unique marriage
it really
books,
is.
and this
different.
is a hot seller in our own Daybreak bookstore. Practice 1 is break the quit cycle. Practice 2 is get your hands up. Practice 3 is pick a fair fight. We dealt with that the other Sunday.
Yeah, we did.
And you know, all marriages go through some fights and some anger, but how do you deal with it? How do you get through it? And how do you make up? All that kind of thing. Practice 4.
Clobber them once in a while. I'm sorry. That's a Southern term. I better not.
Clobber them. That would be some sort of abuse.
Well, maybe they need it.
Wow.
I'll tease.
Practice 4 is take a knee or two. Practice 5, don't settle for the hollow Easter bunny. We dealt with that one last week. That was so cool. Practice 6 is evict the elephant. In a couple of weeks, we're going to be dealing with that. Practice 7, choose your bucket wisely. So this book is excellent. Just a great book. But what I thought we would do, we just do some reviews here. You want to read Matthew chapter 7 here for us?
Sure. Matthew 7:24 through 27. These words I speak to you are not incidental additions to your life, homeowner improvements to your standard of living. They are foundational words.
You know, homeowner, you could substitute the word marriage.
Yes.
Or dating.
Yes.
Or whatever.
Your job.
Yeah, relationships.
They are foundational words to build a life on. Mm-hmm. If you work these words into your life, you're like a smart carpenter who built his house on
Okay, that word house, we could take the word
solid
house
rock.
and just put the word marriage in there if we wanted to.
sure
Let's just
could.
read that again. Who built their marriage on a solid rock. Go on.
Rain poured down, the river flooded, a tornado hit.
Wow.
But nothing moved that house. That's a strong house.
So again, the word house, we could substitute the word marriage. Just think of the things that can come against your marriage. It could be
gosh.
finances.
Yep.
You've gotten into all kinds of credit card debt. Maybe you've lost your job. Maybe there's been a health problem. There is a sexual issue going on in your marriage. There could be a parent issue. What are you going to do? You're just going to throw the towel in and quit? Well, let's read that again right there. Like a smart carpenter. Go ahead.
It was fixed to that rock. But if you just use any words in Bible studies and don't work them into your life, you're like a stupid carpenter.
I like that.
I do too. You're like a stupid carpenter who built his house on the sandy beach.
You don't want to be stupid.
No, who wants to be stupid? Stupid is as stupid does.
That's right. Where'd you get that?
Bubba Gump.
That sounds like a Forrest Gump to me.
Uh-huh. When a storm rolled in and the waves came up, it collapsed like a house of cards.
Yep.
Because it was built on the sand.
And you know, a lot of marriages are ending in divorce, and especially going through this COVID experience. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of marriages that found out they were built on sand, but they don't have to be. Your relationships can be built on solid rock, according to scriptures.
That's right.
So we're going to review. How's everything back there? Is it? You think it's ready?
I'm gonna give it just a few
Okay.
minutes,
Okay. So here,
but ask again.
Okay, so here are some non-negotiables. Just if you got your paper and pen or whatever, we're just going to go through these together. Number 1,
spend time with God daily.
so important that you take some time every day and spend it with God. And you can even do this as a couple. Mm-hmm. They say couples that pray together
Stay together.
That was good.
I'm just so sorry.
Spend time with God each day. What we're giving you here are foundational principles. how to build a solid relationship. And again, you could be in a dating relationship, you could be getting ready to get married, or you're already married, your marriage is in trouble, or you've got some other kind of relationship. One of the greatest things you can do to have solid principles in your life is to spend time with God. Number 2,
go to church and worship together weekly. That's so, I really didn't realize, I mean, I love going to church. I didn't realize how important it was till this pandemic hit.
Oh.
And the far-reaching tentacles that are happening of churches now closing, people not returning back. It's devastating.
Can you imagine? Let's just imagine for a moment that you couldn't get to the grocery store to get groceries. Now, I know that there are grocery services now where they're actually bringing your groceries to your house, but let's say we don't have that. What would happen if you couldn't get to the grocery store, or you didn't go to the grocery store to get weekly groceries for your family? What would happen?
I would go hungry.
And go hungry would lead into starvation.
Starvation.
And this is kind of what we're seeing right now. And it concerns us.
Yeah.
That, I know that there's a lot of good excuses, and we want to see people get their shots and be very careful, wear their mask and all that kind of thing. But going too long without fellowship with other believers, spending time together in worship, and just the exercise of going to church, worshiping God. Now, I know you can do this. I've had people say, oh, I can worship God on the 9th green.
Well,
like it's holy or something.
Jesus talks about us being in the church.
That's
the
right.
church is the hope of the world, folks.
That's right.
And I think you're realizing that more.
And again,
every day
it's not a building.
when you hear the news.
It's not a building. It's not a building, but the temple is a place where we come together as a body of believers and we worship God Almighty. Your marriage needs that. Your marriage needs that. Okay, number 3, put God first in your finances. I cannot say enough about that.
Always, it says.
Always.
Yeah.
Don't let that go. Don't play games with your finances. And I'm talking about your personal finances and credit card and debts. And I know we've gone through a tough time and people have lost their jobs and all that kind of thing. And also, put God first with the first tenth. And Daybreak may not even be your church, but wherever your church is at, make sure that this is something your family, your marriage does each week. Some family non-negotiables. Be intentional about togetherness and staying close.
In that.
Be intentional about it.
Okay.
Be intentional. I'm glad you reached out to me. Just be intentional about it, though. You are intentional. I love that.
Okay.
I love a kiss on the cheek. I love a kiss on the cheek. And I love kisses on the lips even better. But
number 2?
But number 1, be intentional about togetherness. We just like to hang out with each other. We do, don't we?
Most of the time. Sometimes you need a little rest.
Space. We like to stay close. We like to go on walks together. We like to go to the movies. I'll be glad when that thing kind of gets back in. We've only been, I think, to 1 or 2 movies.
The whole year.
The whole year.
Because we can't get Netflix working.
We won't go there.
No, we won't.
The next one is making the truth in love sacred. I think this is one of the very key.
Speaking the truth in love.
Yeah. You want to explain what that means?
No, you can.
You got to speak truth. You got to
each other
You got to speak truth.
It's okay.
No secrets.
No safer place.
And you don't go to somebody else and say, I want to tell you about my husband. I want to tell you about my wife. Unless they've given the okay, the green light, permission, you shouldn't be doing that. These secrets need not be secrets with each other. And when you hold a secret with against the one you love the most, cracks in that relationship begin to develop. Trust begins to fall apart. See, all of this goes together. Truth and trust are like tandems. They just work together. So important. Do it in love. Don't do it like you're preaching a sermon, but you speak in love language. this is sacred. This part is sacred. Now, the next one,
Have the guts to commit and complete the climb. Have the gumption.
you know,
We're going to make it.
Claudia, you and I made a decision a long time ago. We were not going to use the divorce word,
Nope.
and we were going to go to the very end, be that 50 years, 60 or 70 or 80 years. Can you imagine?
No.
But we're
Hold
determined.
back.
We're determined. We're going to climb together. But even more than that, in our home and even things that we do, you got to have some gumption. You got to have some guts about it. We've taught our boys that. You start a job, you finish it. Same thing in your lives. Things that I deeply respect about you is that you finish a job. You don't just start it. You finish it. You've got and I was thinking again, I wonder how we're doing back here.
Let me check on that.
Okay, and the
You
last
keep
one
going.
here, demonstrate God's love by caring heart, serving others, giving money to others.
That's great.
I can't say enough here about just as a couple, have caring hearts. Look for places to just care for people and serve others. I heard somebody the other day just talk about, I don't, since COVID, I don't serve at church. Wow. I thought, think of what Jesus has done. Think of what Jesus has done for you. He served you. He served you. He gave his life for you. He gave his life so that you could have life. And serving, especially at church, and there's a lot of great causes in the community and we should be involved, but serving his church, his bride, it's his bride is vital. Find a place to serve and serve. Don't let this go any longer. Giving money to others. I was taught this, Claudia, as a kid watching my mom and dad. They were always giving money gifts to people.
They still are.
And they still do this.
Yeah.
Sometime when we go to the restaurant, we'll pick a couple. We don't even know them. We'll say to our waiter, we'll say, that table's on us. And sometimes it'll be identified. Sometimes it won't. But, just look for ways to show people you love them. Anything else here, Claudia? Oh, my.
No, I am icing the cake.
Oh, that looks great.
Isn't it good?
It looks great.
Yep.
Woo. Well, you heard
know
some
it.
important things here. We're going to finish up here with something really, really important, and that's the German chocolate
Made in Germany. Yes.
Grandmother Smith's
Grandmother Smith. That's
German
right.
chocolate
My
cake.
precious grandmother.
Was your grandparents German?
No.
What were they?
That's everybody.
What?
Smiths.
Smiths? Oh, it's English.
Yeah, you don't meet very many Smiths here. It's Van. We should be the Van Dupen Smiths or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thanks for joining us this evening.
Let me
And-
save you a piece here real quick.
All right, we're going to get a piece here real quick, but have a good evening. Do everything you can to be back at church Sunday, and make sure you're at church on Easter. What a great day coming up, and this is an exciting moment right now. Great moment, and I need a fork here. So
Okay. I'll get you one. Hang on. Keep talking.
can you see this? Doesn't this look great? Wow. German. Mrs. Smith. Well, Grandmother Smith's
You can turn.
German chocolate. Wow.
Did you take a big enough bite?
Oh,
Oh.
like our wedding.
Yeah.
God bless you. Thank you guys. Have a great evening. See ya.
Bye.